Revival Today Church. We know some of you are moving, we know some of you are interested in moving, and we want you to know we put a special package together just for you. What I want you to do is go to revivaltoday.com/moving. Fill out that form, and then once we get that form, we'll send you a special package that's full of resources to help you get to know Pittsburgh. We're so excited, we know you are so excited, and we can't wait to see you at Revival Today Church.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Adalis and I are here to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mask and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today, when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
And ain't no fat slob with a beard wearing a dress and high heels gonna sit in a library and my children sit at their feet and listen to that pervert read out of a textbook. That ain't happening, brother.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market. Leah Taylor from Florida. Good morning. Sandra, Joshua, Kenny, D&D Investments. Good old Portland, Oregon. Ninja Buddha, good morning. Welcome to Check the Market. The Great Return of GameStop. GameStop's being heavily discussed on Wall Street Bets. And when will Robinhood list Shiba Inu, which would cause it to go even higher? Angie from Texas. Ryan from Kentucky, good morning. Ian, good morning to you. Welcome, everybody. Markets were trading up. Futures were trading up very high. Good earnings reports coming out from the banks. So it looks like everything's up pre-market, almost 1%. All the banks reported good earnings. Joshua bullish on Airbnb and Trip. Airbnb, let's take a look. Oh wow, Trip's come way off its high there. In what's that, February, March, April? Trip could be a good buy there. Market's going to open here in a couple of seconds. And it looks like everything is going to be up. Snapping some losing streaks that we've had here recently in the markets. Thanks to the big banks. Earnings season kicking off strong for the third quarter. And there we go. Markets are open. Just about 1%. On all indices there. Actually, let me take a look at the Russell. Russell's up about 1% too. Look at that. Bears crying today. And bulls celebrating. Let's get into the financial news, see what's going on out there with the first article. Frank McShapiro. Coinbase has amassed more than 1 million emails for its upcoming NFT platform, just one day after it launched a waitlist. According to a source at the firm, there could be duplicates, but this would be more than 3x OpenSea's users at peak. Continue. So Coinbase, I'm sure everybody's heard that Coinbase is opening up NFTs. So that's going to help the stock out. Plus, it'll make it easier for people because a lot of people have Coinbase accounts. It seems to be the most popular cryptocurrency app in the United States. So they'll have a lot of access to NFTs that way. A good app, Coinbase, I would say. Big Art, good morning. Patrick, good morning. Charles, good morning. From Peters Township, just across the hill. GameStop has emerged as the most discussed stock on Reddit's Wall Street Bets forum as of Wednesday night, while Sophie Technologies, BlackBerry, Tesla, and Smile Direct Club also seeing high interest. Exchange-traded fund S&P ETF Trust SPY has been seeing the highest interest on the forum with 499 mentions at press time, followed by video game retailer GameStop. Online personal finance company Sophie Technologies and Canadian cybersecurity company BlackBerry are in the third and fourth positions, having attracted 136 and 129 mentions respectively. Continue. Apart from electric vehicle maker Tesla and orthodontics company Smile Direct Club, and the other stocks that are trending on the forum include Apple, Plug Power. Plug Power seems to be popular again. They've been cruising. Let's see where they're at this morning. Ooh, down 1%. But still way up over the past 5 days. In addition to these stocks, investors discussed on the Consumer Price Index data for September. So it looks like Wall Street Bets is becoming more professional, switching out their tendies shirts for suits and ties. Continue. GameStop share closed higher for the second straight day. On Wednesday, the stock is seeing high interest from retail investors amid the release of several gaming-related items at its stores. BlackBerry has emerged among the most discussed stocks on the forum after the company announced a partnership with Alphabet and Qualcomm to help automakers develop next-generation automotive cockpits. Plug Power gained almost 12.8% on Wednesday's regular trading session after the company announced a strategic partnership with Airbus. We went over that yesterday. So Morgan Stanley upgraded Plug Power to a $40 price target, which is $7 higher than it is now. So about 20%, a little more than 20%. Next. Good morning, Scott and Tamara and Ricky from Spring, Texas. When will Shiba Inu hit Robinhood? That's a good question. Let's see it. Robinhood Markets has unveiled a waitlist for its much anticipated cryptocurrency wallet, but on the sidelines, there's an increasing clamor for Shiba Inu to be listed on the platform as well. A petition titled "Kindly Request of Robinhood to List Shiba Inu Coin" has garnered over 240,000 signatures at press time and is targeting to cross 300,000 signatures. The request notes that Shiba has been gaining new ground by the day and references the coin's listing on Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume, as per CoinMarketCap. The clamor for SHIB listing comes at a time when 1 million people have signed up for Robinhood's upcoming cryptocurrency wallets. Continue. The beta testing for the wallets was announced last month in a teaser. The wallets would support currencies like Ethereum for the purchase of NFTs, Bitcoin for purchases, and Dogecoin for sending to friends, as per Christine Hall. Hall said on Twitter at the time that the reason wallets are taking so long is that Robinhood wants to make sure that transferring crypto on Robinhood is safe, secure, and simple. Many people will be transacting on-chain for the first time, and keeping your coins safe is our #1 priority. SHIB was also listed on Coinbase. The so-called Dogecoin killer is also available for trending on Coinbase Pro. It's been on a tear over the last 30 days. Token has shot up 350%, but it's traded 2% lower at press time. Tesla. Cathie Wood seeks to extend ARK brand to Bitcoin futures ETF. Let's see it. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has plans to extend the ARK brand to Bitcoin futures contracts trading on commodity exchanges. A Wednesday filing made with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission revealed the ARK 21 shares Bitcoin futures strategy ETF with the ticker ARCA was proposed in the filing made by Alpha Architect, a white label issuer of exchange-traded funds. Switzerland-based 21 Shares AG is listed as a sub-advisor. ARCA, an actively managed ETF, seeks to achieve its investment objective by investing in exchange-traded Bitcoin futures traded on commodity exchanges, such as the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Good morning, Inez. MGM looking interesting. Yes, MGM. I have looked at MGM. I did invest in them last year, right at the dip there in March. And I made some money on MGM. But they've still been getting upgrades. Jobless claims fall below 300,000 for the first time since the pandemic began. So this is good news. Probably has something to do with why the market is up today as well. Let's see it. Initial jobless claims fell below 300,000 for the first time since the early days of the pandemic, the Labor Department said Thursday. Another sign that the job market is getting closer to its old self. First-time claims for unemployment insurance totaled 293,000, the best level since March 2020, which saw 256,000 claims. Just as the spread intensified, the Dow Jones estimate for claims was 318,000. Last week's total represented a decline of 36,000 from the previous week. So that's good news. Continuing claims, which run a week behind the headline number, also declined by 134,000, another pandemic-era low. Good news on jobs there. Next article. Bank of America, profit beats on strength across businesses. So Bank of America had some stellar earnings. It's been on our list to research before. Let's see it. Bank of America beat estimates for a third quarter on Thursday, boosted by strong growth across its business and a release of reserves it set aside last year to cover bad loans. Let's see, where is it? Continue with the next slide. Spending on credit debit cards was up 21%. Continue. I wonder why it's up 21%. Could it have something to do with inflation? Continue. Does it say... Oh, here we go. My goodness. They wait all the way to the end. Net income application common shareholders rose to 7.26 billion, 85 cents per share. Analysts on average had expected a profit of 71 cents per share, according to the estimate from Refinitiv. So 85 cents per share was the profit, and they expected 75, so that's a good earnings beat from Bank of America. Let's take a look at the next one. Wells Fargo also beats profit expectations on, most of this is on reserve release, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the fourth quarter when they don't have any reserves to release. Let's see it. Wells Fargo beat quarterly estimates for profit on Tuesday as the bank released funds set aside to cover for potential loan losses due to the pandemic and a reined-in costs tied to its year-old sales practices scandal. So they're trying to shake off their bad reputation there. The lender, which has paid more than $5 billion in civil and criminal penalties, reported a $250 million hit for the third quarter after a top U.S. banking regulator fined it for shortcomings in its earlier efforts to pay back customers it had previously harmed. Overall, non-interest expenses fell to $13.3 billion. The bank said non-personal expense fell $2 billion. Continue. Saving money left and right. Wells Fargo's shares rose, bank executives, And where are the actual numbers? Continue. Average loans fell 8%. Man, well, that's not good news for them. Continue. Here we go. $1.17 per share in the quarter ended September 30th, up from 70 cents a share a year earlier. The estimate was 99 cents, so they beat estimates also there, but total revenue fell. We'll see what Wells Fargo does there. Continue. All right, so this is something that I found this morning. Bots Folio. So what it is, it's a bot that you can connect if you have a Binance account, that you can connect to a Binance account, and it'll trade cryptocurrency for you. Monthly profit is about 7.8%. I thought this was very interesting. So you can like make up come up with some sort of strategy. You're not the one trading, you just set it up. So if you want some bots trading your cryptocurrency for you, this might be something you're interested in. Bots Folio. Coinbase Pro is supported. Binance is supported. So I thought this was interesting here. I haven't tried it out myself, but I thought that it was interesting, so I wanted to share with you. If you prefer not to trade your own cryptocurrency and have bots trading it for you, scroll back up to the top. Go to the monthly, click the check. Yeah, hit that button. Okay, do check past performance right there to the left. So on Binance there, scroll down a little bit. Those have been the monthly performances there. So from January 2020 with the bots trading, which is interesting because at the dip there in May for cryptocurrencies, it looks like it only it made about 3.4%, even though cryptocurrencies went down, 60% during that time. So I might hook this up to my Coinbase Pro account and let it trade, a couple $100, see how it does. But if you're interested in that, there you go, Bots Folio. Take a look at it and see if you can use that. Since bots are becoming more and more widely used for trading, it does take the fun out of it. If you like investing, then yes, it does take the fun out of it. But then you can also, if you don't have, a stellar month, you can blame the bot. Be like, man, it's the bot's fault, instead of doing some deep introspection and taking a look and see what you did wrong. Next. Citigroup posts 48% jump in profit on reserve release. So this is all on reserve release. Even though it's good news, it's because of reserve release. So the market shouldn't be trading up 1%, but they trade on any piece of good news now. Citigroup Inc. on Thursday reported a 48% jump in third quarter profit that comfortably beat market estimates as the bank released loan loss reserves and reaped a windfall of fees from equity underwriting and investment banking advice. Investment banking advice, man. For the 3 months ended September 30th, net income jumped 48% to $4.6 billion, or $2.15 a share, from $3.1 billion, or $1.36 per share a year earlier. They'd expected, analysts had expected on average a profit of $1.65 per share. So that is a huge beat for Citigroup. Investment banking revenue increased 39% to $1.9 billion, helping offset a 16% decline in fixed income revenue from a year earlier, when there was unprecedented volatility in the markets. Continue. I'm quite pleased with the $4.6 billion in net income given the environment that we are operating in. Net interest revenue declined 1% from a year earlier, but was 2% more than in the second quarter. So Citigroup, all banks, they're beating estimates. So that's good news. Continue. We can go to the next one. Blame the bot, that's right. Competition with a bot. Yeah, you could do that too. That's actually a great idea, Sandra. Set up a bot on your Coinbase Pro account or Binance account, and then do some trading yourself with the same amount of money and see who can make more. Bitcoin fans flock to the futures market. Premium on Bitcoin futures has doubled this month as investors wager that the SEC will approve the first futures-based Bitcoin ETF. Continue. Investors are getting their first US-listed Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, and it's about to get the go-ahead. Securities regulators could rule as early as next week on as many as 4 applications for ETFs that will buy Bitcoin futures contracts rather than the cryptocurrency itself. Over the next 2 weeks, the Securities and Exchange Commission may either approve or reject or delay the proposals. ProShares, Valkyrie Investments, Invesco, and VanEck submitted in August. Gary Gensler, our favorite SEC chairman, in August said he would be receptive to a futures-based ETF. He said so again 2 weeks ago while speaking at an asset management conference in Washington, D.C. Continue. El Salvador, accepting Bitcoin. Continue. Continue. In recent days, the annualized premium on the CME Bitcoin futures prices over Bitcoin spot value was 15% compared with about 7.7 on average over the first 9 months of the year. Traders can make those returns by buying spot Bitcoin and shorting the futures contracts because the two prices will converge in the future. So there's some money to be made there. Continue. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange this month plans to raise the cap on the number of Bitcoin futures contracts that a single firm can hold. The move could help make room for a new big player such as an ETF, analysts said. Some of the asset managers involved in efforts so far have addressed several rounds of questions from regulator about how the funds will work. We're on the edge of our seats to see whether the filings get through the SEC. Expectations that the SEC will approve a Bitcoin ETF had contributed to Bitcoin's roughly 25% climb this month. If it gets approved, I believe it's going to go up even higher. Bitcoin's at 58. 58,000 right now. Is it 58? I got 57.3. XRP 114. Cryptocurrencies, the whole market is up about 4%. Ethereum's up about 10% today. Shiba Inu 0.35%. Continue. We can go to the next article. Blessings to you, Jesse. Thanks for tuning in. You are watching Check the Market, where we check the market. Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, Plug Power, what to watch when the stock market opens. We already went over most of those. Alcoa. Yeah, let's go over a couple of those because there were some good ones in there. Citigroup rose 1.2%. Morgan Stanley's up. Oh, Morgan Stanley did have a beat too. The bank reported revenue growth across almost all its major divisions, including record advisory revenue. Boeing slid. They're having problems with their 787 Dreamliner, which is not good news for my Boeing stock. I'm hoping that eventually they'll get their act together and start producing good planes again. That would be great if they could do that. Domino's Pizza tumbled 4.3%. They missed expectations. United Healthcare raised their full-year guidance. Let's see. Plug Power, because of their work with Airbus. Continue. Lordstown. Oh, yes, that's right. Lordstown Motors got a new finance chief. So we're glad about that. Wayfair not doing so good. And then Alcoa, AA. Alcoa, good old-fashioned company, Pittsburgh company. Goldman Sachs earnings tomorrow. Yes, Goldman Sachs is one that I'm invested in. We can go to the next one. KeyBank upgrades AT&T, which has been on our stocks research. AT&T is getting hit hard, and there's no reason for it. AT&T is inexpensive, though we continue to feel like AT&T is a value trap and have our concerns on all three SW-rated wireless carriers on their ability to execute their strategies, whereas we feel the competitive advantage goes to cable until proven otherwise. So AT&T, let me see where it's at right now. Because over the past couple of days, they were just hit hard. Annual dividend is now at 8%. So yeah, they dropped to $25.50. That's it went all the way down to 25, and that was the lowest it's been in the last 3 years. Continue. McDonald's to test McPlant Burger, created with Beyond Meat in 8 U.S. restaurants next month. Delicious. Let's see it. McDonald's will test the meatless McPlant Burger created as part of its partnership with Beyond Meat in 8 U.S. restaurants next month. What they're going to do is they're just going to put it in random bags and hand it out and see if people notice. The trial is the latest step in McDonald's cautious march to add plant-based meat to its menu. The company has taken its time to learn more about the longevity of meat substitutes and consumer demand, even as other fast food chains race to add the trendy item to their menus. I'd be surprised to see a breakdown of how many of those they actually sell. For example, rival Burger King, which is owned by Restaurant Brands International, added the Impossible Whopper to its menu. Have any of you guys tried it? No? Starting November 3rd, McDonald's customers in Irving, Texas, Carrollton, Texas, Cedar Falls, Iowa, Jennings, Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana, El Segundo, California, and Manhattan Beach, California. So if you live anywhere close to those places, you can order the McPlant for a limited time. The meat-free patties ingredients includes peas, rice, potatoes, and beets. And the McPlant burger will include a slice of American cheese, according to McDonald's. Continue. The company said the limited test is supposed to help the chain understand the impact of introducing a plant-based burger on its operations. New menu items add more complexity to kitchens, and a nationwide labor crunch has compounded the issue. McDonald's global footprint represents a massive opportunity for Beyond Meat. As a preferred supplier of its plant-based patties, the two companies announced a 3-year partnership in February. The fast food giant has already started selling McPlant burgers in some international markets, including Sweden, Denmark, not surprised, Austria, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. McDonald's tested a meatless burger that used a Beyond patty in several dozen Canadian restaurants in September 2019. By the following April, the chain had ended the pilot and has since said that it has no plans to bring back its PLT burger. So, there we go. Plant, lettuce, tomato. Beautiful, delicious. McPlant.
And ain't no fat slob with a beard wearing a dress and high heels gonna sit in a library.
Yes. So, there you have it. If anybody does try it, let me know what it tastes like. I would be interested, because there's no way that I would eat that.
Hi there, non-binary dad.
Last year, during beginning of the lockdown or whatever, when all the stores were empty, basically, my wife and I went to Walmart to pick up a couple things, and the entire meat aisle was empty. I mean, there was nothing left. Maybe a couple of like Nathan's hot dogs, but that everything was gone, and the Beyond Meat section there at Walmart still was fully stocked. So I don't know how well this would do. I would be interested. I'm going to have to look into it, because I would be interested to see how well Burger King is doing. Because go back on that article, because from the way they make it sound, can go back one more slide. Here we go. The company has taken its time to learn more about the longevity of meat substitutes and consumer demand, even as other fast food chains race to add the trendy item to their menus. Is it really that trendy? Because what I can see from the comments, it's not that trendy. So I'm going to look up Burger King sales of Beyond Meat. What's it called? Beyond Whopper? Beyond Whopper? Beyond the Whopper? Whatever it's called. Be interesting to see. I do need to do an explanation of options. No, I'm not stocked up on anything. I do have a good amount of pretzels that I bought. Basically stocked my freezer because twice a year Aldi has a German week, which is one of my favorite weeks at Aldi, and I just basically buy out the store of all the German stuff. Charles says Nancy Pelosi. That's what it looks like? Yeah. No, thank you. But it is trendy, or at least they're trying to tell you that it's trendy. So make sure you invest in McDonald's or Burger King, because I'm telling you, sales are going to be through the roof. There will be lines around the building once this hits. It's going to be incredible. Police will be out, directing traffic. All for that burger right there. It's going to be great. McDonald's and Burger King, you're going to have to invest at least millions of dollars. Continue. Jeff Bezos. We got good news. Jeff Bezos' mom saved his Star Trek toys he made as a kid, and William Shatner just took them to space. Talk about dreams coming true. This guy, Jeff Bezos, billionaire extraordinaire, I guess, Amazon owner, made his dreams come true. Let's see the article. It's interesting that no matter how many billions of dollars you have, the inner kid always wants to come out sometime. It's a big week for Jeff Bezos' inner Trekkie. On Wednesday, the Amazon Blue Origin founder lived out something of a childhood fantasy by launching Captain James T. Kirk, that is a Star Trek actor who portrayed Kirk, a 90-year-old William Shatner, to the edge of space in a Blue Origin New Shepard rocket. But that's not all. In an Instagram post on Tuesday, Bezos revealed that Shatner would take a few special pieces of memorabilia along for the ride, a set of homemade cardboard Star Trek toys that the billionaire crafted when he was just 9 years old. It makes him almost seem human. The toys appear to be drawn on cardboard cutouts, made to resemble some sci-fi props that Shatner's Kirk and other Star Trek characters used on the show. I made these tricorders and communicator to play Star Trek with my friends when I was 9 years old, and my incredible mom saved them for 48 years. Continue. Next. Continue. Star Trek debuted on television in 1966 when Bezos was just 2 years old. Writing about his old toys, Bezos said his mother dug them up last week and Shatner was game taking them along. Please don't judge me for the artwork. Do you have the Instagram post? Because you should see him. I mean, when I saw... You should see his smile standing next to William Shatner. It was hilarious. What's that? I believe it is Jeff Bezos' Instagram, yeah. So the space flight took Shatner more than 340,000 feet above the Earth on Wednesday morning, making him the oldest person to ever reach space. The previous record was set in July when 82-year-old aviation pioneer Wally Funk flew to space alongside Bezos himself. Yes, the big pretzels. They have them at German Week in Aldi, and they're delicious. You just throw them. They're the closest to what actual pretzels taste like in Germany that I've had in the US. That's why I buy boxes of them when I see them. There we go. Look how excited he is. Those are his toys they took into space. So there you have it. Jeff Bezos making his dreams come true. He worked so hard all those years building Amazon. And now he's living out his inner Star Trek fantasies, I guess. Next. Nancy Pelosi, we need to set up an ETF that tracks politicians' trades. It would generate 100% annualized returns every single year. That would be a great ETF.
Hey, you little pug-nosed hussy, let me tell you something.
I might have to call some investment firms, see if we can get that going. Next.
I'm gonna punch you in the ovary. That's what I'm gonna do. A straight shot.
Ooh, ow.
Right to the baby maker.
That is true. It does make Jeff Bezos seem human and less Dr. Evilish. He probably wanted to get rid of that image, and so he launched this PR offensive. Geographic distribution data shows the US takes leading Bitcoin mining position. Good job, US. I'm glad they took the opportunity, and they are now the #1 miner next to Kazakhstan, as I can see there. Kazakhstan has a ton of nuclear energy, though. Nancy Pelosi outperformed Bitcoin in a 10-year span. Let me look it up. I think it's 2 million since she... Nancy Pelosi. Here we go. Returns over the last 10 years. This is from the same Twitter account, the Nancy Pelosi Portfolio Tracker. Returns last 10 years, Pelosi Capital up 2.4 million %. Outperforming Bitcoin by 1,000,000%. So great job, Nancy Pelosi, for being the greatest investor ever. Yeah, 2.4 million. Here you have it. #1 investor ever, Nancy Pelosi. Outperforming Warren Buffett and everybody else.
And our country's being run by a bunch of puss.
Next. We should, Latin Rose, we should create a Nancy Pelosi ETF where we can invest in Nancy Pelosi, giving us 2.4 million % returns over 10 years. It does seem legit. And just for the record, we're not saying that she's doing any trading or insider trading. It's just incredible investment wisdom. That's all we're saying. That's why it would be great if she became an investment advisor, and we could all sign up for a Nancy Pelosi hedge fund, see how much money we can make. All right, let's go over the stocks to research for today. I've got 3 for you. 2 high-risk ones. High risk, DNN, Denison Mines. Denison Mines. So I know that we went over a couple of these before, but I think there's still at least 10 to 20% left, since the big hedge funds are now talking about investing in uranium. So Denison Mines is a uranium exploration development company. Company is based out of Canada. It operates in 3 segments: mining, environmental sciences, and corporate other segment. So they explore, develop mining, milling, and the sale of uranium. Purely gamble on uranium. This is purely gamble on uranium. It has caught the eye of big hedge funds. It could be a good short-term play for some quick 10% gains. So DNN, I think it's trading at like $1.70. There might be a small pullback here shortly, because it is a little overbought, but there's still 171 is still a good entry point. Fundamentals don't look the best for this company, but if uranium prices keep going up, their fundamentals are going to start looking better. Now, if uranium demand keeps going up through the years, it could be a fairly valuable stock at some point, but for now, I would just trade this one on speculation and the current hedge fund hype because of uranium. I'm seeing more articles about it. UEC, it's already up over 100% this year. I made some money in UUUU. UEC, Uranium Energy Core, is another one. So DNN and UEC. DNN is based out of Canada, and UEC is one that's based out of the US. So this is another one that you can take a look at to trade the hype in the uranium market. Then there's another one. It's SRUUF. This is probably easier for our Canadian viewers to trade because it's listed in Canada. But Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, SRUUF. It's over the counter, so you're going to have to trade it on TD Ameritrade or one of those others. What it is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. It's a Canadian-based publicly listed uranium fund. The company's investment objective is to invest and hold its assets in uranium in the form of U308, which is some sort of uranium. Sprott Asset Management LP is the investment manager of the company. So it's kind of like holding paper gold. It's like if you invest in GLD, you're holding paper gold. So here you're holding paper uranium that's backed 100% by physical uranium. This might take you a little bit to purchase since it is a pure over-the-counter. I'm still holding UUUU because I think in the long run, uranium is going to make a comeback. There's been push. I think it was this morning or last night. I saw an article that Macron, the president of France, is pushing for there to be small nuclear reactors. So like the ones that we've talked about before that they're developing in Washington State, where there would be, a small nuclear reactor that runs off of nuclear waste that powers subdivisions, or that powers, one nuclear reactor powers 1, 2, 3 cities, something along those lines. So he wants to build more of these small nuclear reactors in France. France and Japan have been looking at restarting some of their nuclear power plants, and there's actually an environmental lobby firm I saw that is pushing to make nuclear energy a green energy. So they're pushing that most environmental lobbyists and most environmental firms will look at nuclear energy as a green form of energy. Once that happens, uranium's going to go up even higher because it's going to become popular again. People are going to be ready to invest. Hedge funds have been investing in it and are still investing in uranium. That's why I think it's still a good bet. Like Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, they wouldn't have started this trust if they don't think that they could make money on it, where they buy physical uranium. So there you have it. DNN, UEC, UUUU is another one, and then SRUUF for the Uranium Trust. SRUUF. That's what it trades on the on U.S. stock exchanges. I'm not 100% sure for the ticker symbol on Canadian exchanges, but if you are from Canada, just type into your trading app Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, and you should be able to invest if you are interested, that is. So those are the stocks to research for today: DNN, UEC, and SRUUF. Let's see where the markets are at. Still up over 1% on all indices. The NASDAQ is about to hit 1.5%. So good news for the markets today. If you would like to partner with us here at Revival Today, you can do so. And by doing #donate on Facebook. And as a thank you, we're going to be sending you our Check the Market t-shirt. Right there. So if you want to partner with us today, you can do so by hashtag donut on Facebook. You can go to Revival Today and hit Give Now. Text RT to 50155. Do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. We also have an option for cryptocurrencies by scanning the QR code. Right there. And if there's any cryptocurrencies that you would like to give that aren't listed, you can call our office, 412-446-2332. You can also give by check, Revival Today, P.O. Box 7 Prosperity 15329, and then don't forget to claim your offer, which is the Revival Today shirt. We also have a giveaway going on Instagram right now. No, on our Instagram. $50 in Doge, CTM shirt and mug is what we're giving away on Instagram, and the winner will be announced live tomorrow. So make sure that you follow Check the Market. Oh yeah! 3 friends and add the post to your story, and you'll be entered into for this giveaway. $50 in Doge. Could be worth 50 million 10 years from now. You never know. Do we take Safe Moon? I will try my best. Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and hanging out this morning here on Check the Market. I'll be with you again tomorrow morning. We're going to have Revival Today live at 11 a.m. With Evangelist Jonathan, then Revival Today live with Maddie at 4 p.m. Check the news tonight, morning prayer tomorrow at 7:30. Do I accept hugs? I'll make an exception, but usually I'm not a big hugger. Oh, hugs or cryptocurrency? Okay, well, in that case, yes. Hugs, cryptocurrency, yes. Regular hugs, it would, I would need to to meditate and get ready for something like that. Scott, bless you too. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. I've had fun. Hope you did too. I'll be with you again tomorrow. Go out there and make some money today, and I will see you all tomorrow.